Now this is Tenerife with its stunning beaches, turquoise waters, and dramatic cliffs. It's open to all of Europe with budget flights and soon direct flights from New York City. But let's talk about your plan, what you're gonna do if you're here on this fabulous Canary Island. Planning on traveling to Tenerife? Well, I'm going to give you my guide to a 7-day trip on this Canary Island. Everything from the north to the south, Playa Las Américas, Los Cristianos, up to Los Gigantes. And stick with me because at the end of the video, I'm going to give you all the details for flying in and out, hiring or renting a car, and lodging options here on this beautiful island. Okay, so if you only have 7 days in Tenerife, what do? I mean, this in the south is stunning, but you might consider a 2-night option up in the northeast at the capital city of Santa Cruz de Tenerife. There you can go to the famous Playa de Teresitas. It's a beautiful sandy beach. They brought in the sand from the Sierra in Africa back in the day, and it looks amazing. Not one of my favorites, but you should check it out for yourself when you're up there. On the other day, head over the pass to the north side. The drive itself is dramatic and worth it, and down there on the beaches you'll be treated to something even more spectacular. That's Playa Benijo and Playa Bujillo. Believe me, it's very difficult to pronounce Bujillo. I did a couple of other YouTube videos on those beaches alone, and they merit your time because they are stunning, spectacular, big cliffs, black sand, waves crushing in on the shore. It's a place to chill out and snap a lot of photos for your Instagram, for your social feed, whatever. Get up there to the north, check it out. But if you do, I would not stay more than 2 days. It's a capital city. It doesn't have the beach vibe that you want when you come to an island in the Canaries like Tenerife. Now, my recommendation is to base yourself in Playa de las Américas here or in Los Cristianos if you want to be in the thick of the action and have plenty of options. If you're looking for something a little bit more chilled out and relaxed without all the people, try Playa de la Arena or Playa del San Juan. I've made videos about both of those places. The great thing about Tenerife is that the highways are all free and it's quick drives to get anywhere you want on the island. And another bonus is that the parking is free in most places, even here in Las Américas. Now let's talk about day trips when you're basing yourself out of Las Américas or Los Cristianos or anywhere here on the west coast of Tenerife. What I recommend, 1 day of whale watching. You can do that out of Los Cristianos or some of the other places here along the coast. Los Cristianos has many options for going out and seeing the whales. Do that for a day and afterwards get some lunch in Los Cristianos. Another option to beat the heat down on the beaches or just to get away from it all out into the nature is going up to the volcano that towers over the island, Mount Teide. That thing is big, bold, and beautiful, and I think it last erupted in 1706. Let's hope it doesn't erupt again. Up there, you're gonna find beautiful hiking, beautiful views. Take your camera along, you get plenty of photos. Plan a whole day up there in nature. What I did a couple of days ago was going up to Garachico, and that's a 1 hour's drive here from Las Américas, and it's a beautiful drive in itself. Getting down to Garachico is stunning, and then once you're there, you see this beautiful Spanish style city, typical Canary Island architecture that is beautiful, small with its island out in front. Have some food and then drive back here 1 hour to Los Cristianos or Las Américas. Now the great thing, although Tenerife is the biggest island in the Canaries, it's easy to get around by car and you can make daily beach trips. To the south, near the airport, this is stunning beach, Amarilla, and it has this big mountain on top and these stunning cliffs, yellow, golden colored, and a beautiful beach with all these stones you can lay out on. Another beach around that area, but maybe not my favorite, is Teide, and that has a beautiful Montaña Rosa, I think it's called, right there at the beach. It's also a nudist beach if you're into that. Nearby, the little port town that also has a beach, La Gallitas, and it has a great Mexican food restaurant there that you can check out. Going to the north from Las Américas, you gotta get up to Los Gigantes, and that's the famous beach here in Tenerife with this massive cliffs, so dramatic, so beautiful. You should spend at least a half day there. Now, if you're there, also, you can get on a boat trip and go to Playa Masca, and that's the famous beach that's also connected to the famous hike. So if you brought along your hiking boots, you should consider doing that hike up the Masca Valley, but plan ahead because currently it's closed. Then from there, another day trip, you can go to Playa de la Arena and Playa Abama, or spend one day in each of those locations. Arena is stunning with this black sandy beaches that I think you'll love. Then Abama, it has that cream colored beige sand, truly spectacular, and a little slice of beach right below the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Now, if you just want to walk from Las Américas or Los Cristianos, well, I suggest you do that too, and that's what I'm doing today. You can make the walk from Las Américas all the way up to Playa Duque in 1 hour's time, and along the way you see so many other beaches and so much life. You can stop for a coffee, stop for a drink, stop for lunch, and stop at the beach that suits you. Playa del Duque is a luxury beach, and I think you'll love that one. My favorite beach in this area is the one I'm walking on right here, Troya 2. Right over there is Troya 1. You might like that. It has a bit more life, but this place is cool, calm, and relaxed. Now, if you love eating, and who doesn't, well, you're in a paradise because you're on an island and there's fresh fish everywhere. Parrotfish, cuttlefish, cod, squid, you name it, you can get it anywhere. Any of these little beachside towns, they have it, and they have it fresh. And also here in Las Américas, there are rows and rows of restaurants. And if you like to have a good drink after dinner, and who doesn't, well, then there are plenty of bars and nightlife here in Las Américas. And I recommend this town to you if you're into that. And you want a good coffee? Well, I've made the ultimate video on the best coffee in Tenerife, and it's called Blend. They have a location here in Las Américas and also further up in Playa Paraíso. Look at this. Oh no, he's recognized me here. He's watched the beach, the walk up to Duque. Did you walk up to Duque?
Yes, that's why we're here eating fish.
That's perfect. And look, as I said, there's fresh food everywhere here in Tenerife. Those guys are digging into it. It looks great. Thanks, Oh no. Like and subscribe.
Yes,
You're probably already subscribed. Great. If you want to see all the videos in one place, I made a playlist on Tenerife, so you should check out those videos. If you've been here before, drop some comments down below and let our YouTube community know your experiences, and if you can add anything to my list, please do so because I want to hear from you. Also, if you haven't been here, write down below, let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to know about visiting this island paradise. Now, let's talk about getting in and out of this island. Flying in and out. You're gonna wanna fly to the southern airport. The northern airport, that's not as well served. Most of the flights go in to the south. From Europe, you can get low-cost flights from almost any airport. I flew in from Pisa to the southern Tenerife airport, around €45 round trip, and you're gonna have to add a little bit extra if you need to check in a bag. Now, the good news is for the Americans starting in March or June, United Airlines is gonna offer direct flight from Newark, New Jersey to the southern Tenerife airport. Yes, direct flight, and you can come out here and you can enjoy Tenerife too, and I suggest you do. When landing, it's super easy to rent a car. Rental cars here are very inexpensive. You can rent directly from the airport, which is what I did this time, and I paid only around €200 for 7 days. I think it was 145. I'm at Flo's Kitchen again. This place is a good stop. I'll put it down in the description. I think it was around €145 I paid for the rental car for 1 week. That's a great bargain. You can also rent a car when you come here to the city itself. It's an inexpensive taxi ride to Las Américas or Los Cristianos. Then there are many travel agencies that rent cars and also offer excursions and anything you want to do like whale watching. Now, lodging, let's talk lodging. Look on Airbnb about a couple of months out, 3 months out, depending on when you know you're traveling. You're gonna get the best bargain if you book in advance. Oh, there it is, the falafel from Flo. You can look on Airbnb, Booking, and also Google as well. My recommendation is Airbnb in Los Cristianos, Las Américas. There are plenty of places around here on Airbnb. Everything from the seafront place to a place a little bit more chilled out away from the ocean side. Also, if you want to look further afield in La Arena or San Juan, you can find those on Airbnb too. It's going to cost you around $70 to $150 a night, depending on what you're looking for and depending on how far out you book. I recommend booking as far out as possible. I'm paying around 100 a night, and this is high season here in Tenerife. It's January, the weather's great, 25 degrees, around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's beautiful. You gotta get out here and you're gonna enjoy Tenerife. This is good.
This is great, the falafel.
I know.